Hello everybody, Basic Ollie here, and welcome to another episode of This Week on iRacing. So for anybody who's never watched an episode of this series before, it is essentially me talking you through what the most popular races will be for the upcoming week, okay? So I'll have a look at these races, decide which I think will be the most popular or the most unique as such, and then I'll try and break down all the information about that race before it actually appears for the week. So, for example, for this episode, we're going to talk about some series that are going to be going to Le Mans this week, and just all the information you might need for that race in terms of maybe track temperature, car choice, stuff like that. Now then, let's talk about what I think will be the most popular thing this week, which is the Global Endurance Series, because it heads to Le Mans for a 24-hour race. A 24-hour race around Le Mans. It is the IMSA class cars. So you have the GTP, LMP2, and GT3 cars. 24 hours race length. A 13% chance of rain. A 13% chance of rain as well. So it'll be happening this weekend. I will quickly pop on the screen for you right now the time slots if you are interested, and I'll quickly show you on the UI as well where you can find this race. So just like every other 24-hour race we've had in this season so far, IMSA does follow the schedule. So the IMSA races, both open and fixed, will be at Le Mans this week, so you get plenty of practice in for the 24-hour this weekend. But do be careful, because both races have over a 50% chance of rain. Okay, so the open has a 52% chance of rain, whilst the fix has a 57% chance of rain. Okay, so statistically, there are going to be more wet races than there are going to be dry ones. Okay, so make sure you bring your wellies and your umbrellas and all that kind of good stuff, and your coat, because you're going to need it, because it's going to be wet out there. Okay, bit of an odd one for me. I don't understand why you make the sprints and the fixed races as such have this high percentage of chance of rain, but then when it comes to the endurance race at the weekend for all 24 hours, when it's a 24-hour race, there's only a 13% chance. It's very, very odd. I so would have done it the other way around. I so would have done it IMSA, open or fixed, 13% chance, and then a 24-hour race, you know, a 52% chance. It just makes more sense to me. It doesn't really make sense to where they've done it around, because, you know, there's a real low chance of it raining in a 24-hour, and more than half your races are going to be in the wet, when realistically this weekend it's probably going to be dry. So a very, very strange one indeed. I don't personally get it. But yeah, if you want to get some practice in, IMSA does go to Le Mans this week, and it will be very busy. Lots of high strength of field lobbies as well, if you're interested in that kind of thing. Really good week to grind. Very good for your SR as well. This track is renowned for getting your safety rating up. So if you're struggling with your safety rating, definitely recommend doing IMSA this week, because it will be very, very busy, and it's a really good way of getting your SR up and a good way to gain some iRating too. Next up, we go to a place where eagles fly high and that the word kilometre is banned, and that is, of course, Road America. So we're off to Road America in a GT Sprint and GT3 fixed series. There's no chance of rain in either of the races this week. The go-to car, without a doubt, in my eyes, will be the Ferrari. It was super quick the other week when IMSA was here, so it's a clear choice in my opinion. Other choices you could potentially go for are the R8. I've seen the R8 do okay, but I think the Ferrari is the clear choice for this one. Nothing crazy. Track temperature-wise, between 40 and 45 degrees again. Still going to be very, very warm, and yeah. That's all I've really got to say about Road America. Trust me, after doing the 24 hours there last week, when I saw the GT Sprint Series was going there, I was like, oh no. But I've kept a level head, I've not lost my cool, and hopefully that's all the information you'll need for the series this week. I've also noticed whilst editing and doing the voiceover for this video that I was actually wrong about track temperature. It's going to be more around the low 30s because it's about 6:20 in game, so 6:20 p.m. in game when the races will start. So it should actually be a lot cooler than I was anticipating. So it'll make it a little bit easier. This place is renowned for destroying your tyres, really. So yeah, you should be okay. GT3 cars these days anyways are absolutely fine. They got much harder tyre compound than what it used to have, so the tyres do tend to last a lot longer than the GTP or LMP2 counterparts. So yeah, just an FYI, the races will start about 20 past 6 in game, and will start around 30 and will probably drop to the mid to high 20s during the race as well. Next on the list then is the Falcon Tyre Sports Car Challenge, and we head to VIR, Virginia International Raceway. A fantastic track. It is completely free as well, and because it is completely free, I'm expecting a decent amount of participation. I think IMSA this week and this series will probably be the most popular. GT Sprint as well, being a Road America, will be popular. So all the series basically I've shown so far in this video, I think they're going to be extremely popular. They're just sim racers' favourites. I think like IMSA, Lemons, and GT3s at Road America, and now you've got the multi-class race here with LMP3s and GT4s at a free track, VIR, which I think the majority of people like. So yeah, expect it to be extremely popular. It's going to be hot. It's going to be really, really hot, which will probably be a little bit off-putting, but it is what it is. 45 degrees track temperature is what I am expecting to see. Tips I can give you for this one really is don't go off the track. I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, if you go off here, you're off for absolute days, especially turn one. Just be as careful as you can in turn one. Give yourself an extra 10-15 meters in the braking zone if you need to, because if you go off, it's a long day. It's a long day. Good news though, if you don't like rain, if you do not like rain, there is no rain here. Okay, so there's no rain here, so you do not have to worry about the rain at all. All right, so should be good racing. LMP3s, GT4s at this track. There's several straights that might make multi-class racing pretty easy, but Sector 1 will be a little bit of a killer for the LMP3s getting through the GT4s, especially like the roller coaster section as well. Going up the hill, that is going to be a bit of a nightmare for LMP3s to get past, but overall, I think it will be a positive. I think it'd be a positive experience, shall we say, if you're in an LMP3, but you might be a little bit scared if you're in a GT4 because, you know, it could be quite scary having all those LMP3s try and fly past you as you're going through the roller coaster. But yeah, that's it for this series. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a lot of fun. Free track. Participation is going to be good. No rain. Let's get it. Okay then, the last series that we will be covering in this week's episode of This Week on iRacing is the Nürburgring Endurance Championship. It returns this week. It is back to a 4-hour endurance race. Last time that we actually raced here, it was 6 hour. So it is back to 4 hours again. So for anybody who doesn't know about this series, it's normally the longest solo endurance race that you can do. I say normally, it is the longest solo endurance series that you can do. It can be done solo or it can be done as a team, and there are several classes for it. So you've got GT3s, you've got GT4s, you've got Porsche Cups, you've got TCRs, and you've got the Toyota GR86s. So 5 classes race in this series. It's very, very popular. Don't know how popular it will be this week with Lemons running at this weekend. So don't know. I mean, it should still be pretty decent, to be honest with you, regardless of what slots you go in. And there will be no rain. Next season, there's a chance. I believe all the cars in this series will have rain tyres. So next season, there's a real chance that these 4-hour races around the Nürburgring will have rain. There's a chance they will have rain. So very, very much looking forward to that. It will be absolute carnage. And yeah, it's always about survival at this place. But even more so now. And one quick thing I've remembered as well, you do get one fast repair in this series, so all is not lost. If you do get a meatball early doors, you still can use a quick repair. But that's the last series we've covered in this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if you do find it useful and you are enjoying this series, please do consider hitting the old like button and do subscribe as well. It really does help me out. And yeah, I'll catch you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Ta-da.